Every moment has a story, and every story has the power to change the world. Welcome to Makes History, where the past comes alive, the legends walk again, and forgotten heroes speak through time. From the mighty kings of ancient India to the revolutionaries who shaped our future, from the rise of civilizations to the birth of freedom. Here, we don't just tell history, we make it memorable. Join us on a journey across centuries, through battles, discoveries, art, and ideas that made humanity what it is today. Because history isn't just about what happened, it's about what still inspires us. This is Makes History, where every story makes history. The story of India, a journey through time long, long ago, before the world even knew about modern nations. There was a land full of rivers, mountains, and mysteries, the land we now call India. Around 2500 BCE, on the banks of the mighty Indus River, the first great civilization of India began, the Indus Valley Civilization. In cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, people built houses with bricks, used drainage systems, and lived in organized streets, a sign that human intelligence had already reached great heights. They traded with distant lands and lived in peace. This was one of the first examples of how humans could create harmony through knowledge and community. Then, around 1500 BCE, came the Aryans. They brought with them new languages, hymns, and rituals that slowly formed the Vedic age. The sacred books called the Vedas were written full of songs, prayers, and lessons about life and nature. From this time grew the roots of Hinduism, one of the world's oldest living religions. The people of that time believed that the universe was one family, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning the whole world is one family. This message would echo through centuries as India's greatest gift to humanity, the idea of peace and universal brotherhood. As centuries passed, kingdoms rose and fell. In the 6th century BCE, a young prince named Siddhartha Gautama left his palace in search of truth. Sitting under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, he found enlightenment and became known as the Buddha, the Awakened One. His teachings, compassion, nonviolence, and the middle path changed millions of lives. Around the same time, Mahavira, the founder of Jainism, also preached nonviolence and truth. These two great souls showed humanity that kindness and peace were more powerful than weapons or kings. Then came one of the brightest eras, the Mauryan Empire. Around 321 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya united most of India under one rule, with the guidance of his brilliant teacher Chanakya, who wrote the Arthashastra, one of the first books on politics and economics. But it was Chandragupta's grandson, Emperor Ashoka, the Great, 273 to 232 BCE, who truly made history. After witnessing the bloodshed of the Kalinga War, Ashoka turned towards peace and Buddhism. He sent messengers of love and learning to countries like Sri Lanka, Thailand, and China. His stone pillars, engraved with messages of morality, still stand today, silent witnesses of how a ruler once turned an empire from war to wisdom. After the Mauryas, India entered the Golden Age with the Gupta Empire around 320 to 550 CE. Under kings like Chandragupta, the first Samudragupta, and Chandragupta Tuvita, art, science, and literature flourished. The great scholar Aryabhatta discovered that the earth rotates and calculated pi. Kalidasa wrote poetry so beautiful that even today his verses are remembered. Universities like Nalanda became global centers of learning, attracting students from across Asia. This was the time when India shone as the lighthouse of knowledge for the world. But as centuries passed, new challenges arrived. Around 8th to 12th centuries, invasions began first by Arabs, then Turks, and later Afghans. From these encounters, India absorbed new languages, art, architecture, and ideas. In the 13th century, the Delhi Sultanate was formed under rulers like Qutb-ad-Din, Aibak, and Alauddin Khilji. The famous Qutb Minar was built, a symbol of Indo-Islamic architecture. Though battles were fought, India remained a land of diversity, where Hindu, Muslim, Jain, and Buddhist traditions coexisted and often merged beautifully. Then came the mighty Mughal Empire, 1526 to 1707 CE, founded by Babur. His grandson Akbar the Great, 1556 to 1605, became a true symbol of unity. Akbar ruled with wisdom and fairness. He abolished taxes on non-Muslims, invited scholars from all religions, and built the majestic city of Fatehpur Sikri. His court glittered with 9 jewels, including Birbal the Wise, Tanzan the musician, and Raja Todarmal, the finance master. Later rulers like Jahangir loved arts and nature, while Shah Jahan 1628 to 1658 built the eternal symbol of love, the Taj Mahal. Under Aurangzeb, the empire expanded but also faced unrest. After his death, the Mughal glory slowly faded. While empires changed, new ideas began to grow. In the 17th century, European traders arrived, first the Portuguese, then the Dutch, French, and finally the British. The British East India Company, which began as a trading organization in slowly took control of Indian kingdoms through cunning diplomacy and wars. By 1757, after the Battle of Plassey, the British became the rulers of Bengal, and soon the whole of India. The 19th century was a time of pain and awakening. India saw both suffering and spark. The revolt of 1857, led by heroes like Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, Mangal Pandey, Tatya Tope, and Bahadur Shah Zafar, was India's first great fight for freedom. Though it failed, it lit the flame of patriotism. Great reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Vivekananda, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and Jyotiba Phule rose to challenge social evils and spread education and equality. Swami Vivekananda's message at Chicago in 1893, "Arise, awake, and stop, not till the goal is reached," awakened not only India, but the entire world. Then, in the early 20th century, a new light shone. Mahatma Gandhi, 1869 to 1948. With his weapons of truth and non-violence, Gandhi led the freedom struggle like a saint. Movements like Non-Cooperation 1920, Salt March 1930, and Quit India 1942 united millions. Alongside Gandhi, leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai, Patel Subhas, Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, and Sarojini Naidu played their part. Every Indian, rich or poor, joined hands for freedom. The dream of independence became the heartbeat of the nation. Finally, after centuries of struggle, sacrifice, and courage, the dawn of August 15, 1947, arrived. India was free. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister, spoke to the nation at the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps. India will awake to life and freedom. That night, millions cried tears of joy. The tricolor rose high, and a new chapter began. But freedom was only the beginning. In the years that followed, India faced partition, poverty, and challenges. Yet, guided by visionaries, the country grew stronger. The Constitution of India, adopted in 1950 under Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, became the backbone of our democracy, promising equality, liberty, and justice to all. India began building industries, dams, and universities. Scientists like Dr. Homi Bhabha, C.V. Raman, and Dr. Vikram Sarabhai lead India into the modern age of science and space. The 1960s and 70s saw wars and struggles, but also strength under leaders like Lal Bahadur Shastri, who gave the call, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and Indira Gandhi, who led with determination. In 1974, India conducted its first nuclear test, Smiling Buddha showing that the nation was ready to stand tall in science and defense. Later, leaders like Rajiv Gandhi brought the computer revolution. The 1991 economic reforms opened India to the world, bringing growth, innovation, and opportunity. Today, in the 21st century, India stands as one of the world's largest democracies and fastest-growing economies. It leads in technology, space research, medicine, and culture. From launching Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan to producing world-class engineers, doctors, and artists, India continues to inspire. Great personalities like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the people's president, reminded us that dreams transform nations. His words still echo, dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. And yet, the true beauty of India lies not just in its achievements, but in its soul, in its unity within from the snowy peaks of the Himalayas to the sandy deserts of Rajasthan, from the temples of Tamil Nadu to the valleys of Kashmir. India tells one story, the story of humanity's courage, wisdom, and compassion. Over thousands of years, it has taught the world peace through Buddha, love through Ashoka, tolerance through Akbar, and truth through Gandhi. So when we speak of India's history, we are not just telling the tale of kings and wars. We are narrating the story of civilization itself. It is the story of how humans learn to live together, think together, and rise again and again, no matter how many times they fall. From the seals of Harappa to the satellites of Airo, from the chants of the Vedas to the speeches of modern leaders, India has always whispered one message: let all beings be happy, let all be free from suffering. Thesis India, land that has seen empires rise and fall, yet stands eternal. A land where history breathes in every stone, every river, every song. It is not just a nation, it is a living story. A story that continues every day through us, the people who carry its spirit forward. And as we end this journey through thousands of years, remember, the story of India is not finished. It continues with every dreamer, every child, every heart that believes in peace, progress, and unity. Because India's greatest history is not written in books, it is written in the hearts of its people. Ever wondered how a civilization, born thousands of years ago, still thrives today, weaving tales of empires, wisdom, and resilience? Join us on an epic journey through time, as we uncover the incredible story of India. Long, long ago, before history was even written down, a magnificent civilization flourished on the banks of the mighty Indus River. This was the Indus Valley Civilization, home to cities like Harappa and Mohenjo. Imagine this. Around 2500 BCE, people were already living in planned cities with brick houses and advanced drainage systems. They were masters of trade and lived in remarkable harmony. This wasn't just a settlement. It was one of humanity's first great experiments in creating an organized, peaceful society. Then, around 1500 BCE, a new chapter began with the arrival of the Aryans, ushering in the Vedic age. They brought with them sacred hymns and rituals that were compiled into the Vedas, the foundational texts of what would become Hinduism. It was during this era that a profound idea emerged, one that would define India's spirit for millennia. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family. This beautiful message of universal brotherhood became India's timeless gift to humanity. As centuries rolled by, India became a cradle for profound spiritual awakenings. In the 6th century BCE, a prince named Siddhartha Gautama left his palace in search of truth. After attaining enlightenment under a Bodhi tree, he became the Buddha, the awakened one. His teachings of compassion and nonviolence spread like a gentle wave across Asia. Around the same time, Mahavira, the founder of Jainism, also championed the principles of nonviolence and truth. These great souls taught the world that the greatest power lies not in swords, but in kindness. Next came one of India's most glorious eras, the Mauryan Empire. Around 321 BCE, Chandragupta Maurya, guided by the brilliant strategist Chanakya, united most of the subcontinent under a single rule. But it was his grandson, Emperor Ashoka the Great, who would leave an indelible mark on history. After witnessing the brutal Kalinga War, Ashoka was transformed. He renounced violence and embraced Buddhism, dedicating his reign to peace and morality. He erected stone pillars across his empire, inscribed with messages of love and dharma, turning his empire from a land of war into a beacon of wisdom. Following the Mauryas, India entered a golden age under the Gupta Empire, from around 320 to 550 CE. This was a time of incredible progress in art, science, and literature. The great scholar Aryabhata discovered that the earth rotates on its axis and gave the world the concept of zero. The poet Kalidasa penned the masterpieces that are cherished to this day. Universities like Nalanda became global centers of learning, attracting scholars from far and wide. India truly shone as a lighthouse of knowledge for the entire world. But history is a cycle of change. From the 8th century onwards, new waves of invasions brought different cultures to India. Arabs, Turks, and Afghans arrived. And from these encounters, a beautiful synthesis of ideas, arts, and architecture emerged. The Delhi Sultanate was established, giving us iconic structures like the Qutb Minar, a testament to Indo-Islamic design. Amidst the conflicts, India's incredible capacity for diversity allowed different traditions to coexist and blend, creating a rich cultural tapestry. Then rose the mighty Mughal Empire, founded by Babur in 1526. His grandson, Akbar the Great, became a true symbol of unity. He governed with wisdom, abolished discriminatory taxes, and fostered dialogue between different faiths in his magnificent court. Later, his grandson, Shah Jahan, immortalized his love by building the breathtaking Taj Mahal. The Mughals left behind a legacy of art, culture, and architecture that continues to awe the world. As the Mughals' power declined, a new force arrived on India's shores. European traders, the British East India Company, starting as a mere trading body, gradually and cunningly expanded its influence. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, they became the de facto rulers, and soon their control extended over the entire subcontinent, marking the beginning of a dark yet transformative. Period. The 19th century was a time of immense hardship but also of a powerful awakening. The revolt of 1857, led by heroes like Rani Lakshmibai and Mangal Pandey, was India's first major struggle for freedom. Though it was suppressed, it ignited the flame of patriotism that would never be extinguished. Social reformers like Swami Vivekananda rose, urging the nation to arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. His words echoed across the globe, inspiring a generation. Into this charged atmosphere stepped a man who would change the course of history. Mahatma Gandhi, armed with the revolutionary weapons of truth and nonviolence, or satyagraha, he led millions of Indians in a peaceful fight for freedom. Movements like the Salt March and the Quit India movement united the entire nation. Alongside him stood giants like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, and Subhas Chandra Bose. Finally, after centuries of struggle, on August 15, 1947, India awoke to life and freedom. But independence was just the beginning. India faced enormous challenges, but under visionary leaders. It drafted one of the world's most remarkable constitutions, guaranteeing equality and justice for all. The nation embarked on a mission to build itself, focusing on industry, science, and education. Leaders like Lal Bahadur Shastri gave us the slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, hail the soldier, hail the farmer, celebrating the pillars of the nation. By the end of the 20th century, India was on its way to becoming a global power in science, technology, and economics. Today, in the 21st century, India stands tall as the world's largest democracy and a vibrant, fast-growing economy. From launching missions to the moon and Mars, to leading the world in technology and innovation, India's journey is truly inspiring. The people's president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, reminded us that dreams transform nations, and India continues to dream big. But beyond all the achievements, the true soul of India lies in its incredible unity in diversity. It's a land where countless cultures, languages, and faiths coexist, creating a unique and beautiful mosaic. The story of India is not just a tale of kings and battles. It's the epic saga of human civilization, itself a story of resilience, wisdom, and an unwavering belief in peace. From the ancient seals of Harappa to the modern satellites of ISRO, India has always carried a message of hope. This story is not finished. It continues in the heart of every Indian who carries its spirit forward. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you were inspired by India's story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tales from our world. Until next time, keep exploring.